Hello and welcome to Adobe After Dark. I am Rich Newberry here at Rich New Design. Let me make sure nothing else. Oh, I think something else might be trying to get started to play. Uh, tonight, tonight I'm going to be animating another character. I did a live stream last night where I was working in Character Animator and in Premiere Pro to put together a short that I actually have here on a page. Let me go ahead and let me bring up what we're looking at here. Last night I put together a short.
Yeah, it's Wednesday. You know what that means.
Yeah, I do.
It's Wednesday, let's smoke some weed after looking at the bullshit in my news feed. Yeah, it feels like a buzz is what I need. It's Wednesday, let's smoke some weed.
You're still an insult.
Oh, man.
Oh, I love the insults. And it has our standard ending to it. And so I've got one that I already have the audio recorded for this coming Friday, but I didn't have anything put together for Thursday. But then I came up with an idea for a comedy bit for Thursday. I'm gonna go ahead and come up to my page here. If you do, one reason why I'm doing this is to kind of get some exposure out there. And if you are looking for any type of graphic arts, video editing, motion graphics, banners, overlays, the different transitions, like let me go ahead and run the one that stingers, good looking stingers like that. If you want some unique branding for your page, if you're looking for any type of work along those lines, please reach out to me. You can reach me at any one of the. They're on my page. Subscribe if you don't already subscribe. I appreciate it. Say hi in the comments. I'm gonna be working on this for the next maybe a couple hours. I don't know. I like to take a nice leisurely time while I'm doing this and everything. And at least I got a little bit earlier of a start than I did last night. I was really late in the evening when I got started. But tonight we're gonna be working on. Let me bring them up. I don't know if you remember, if you had watched before. This is Alan. Alan is a character from our We Enjoy Everyday cartoon. I guess I should have left that screen up there. The We Enjoy Everyday page. It's a cannabis comedy that has pot leaf people and an alien. The alien is he becomes a part of it. They discover him in episode 1. There is a pilot episode, 11-minute long. It's along the lines of what you would see on Adult Swim. So if Aqua Teen Hunger Force, possibly a Birdman, possibly some of the other, it's more geared towards that. So the comedy is adult. It's not for kids, but that's We Enjoy Every Day. I'm sure at some point in time I'll start to put a link to that in there, but that's what I'm working on to get that done. And I'm just doing behind the scenes work here to show you the process. And right now what you're looking at is Alan. Let me make him a little bit bigger. Alan is going to be. This was not set up for a short. This was actually a scene from the original pilot, so this is several years old. It doesn't have all the eyes sets and the different things, but I have, when I hit the Z key, I've got it so he's looking over at me. So I've got that put in place. Now what he did in the pilot, and his species is asexual, and an actual clone of him is what ends up coming out of him. Spoiler alert, it's actually part of the best part of the show because it's a Highlander reference and a whole bunch of other stuff. But in that, he's going to town on himself. I've got the J key for jerking it. I've got the J key set up to that motion. And so the thinking is just a quick thing where we're taking advantage of that. Now, I don't like the fact that that keystroke is getting picked up by the microphone. It's getting picked up real big. And so what I'm probably going to do, and what you'll see, is I'll probably add that trigger over to my MIDI controller, because I have a MIDI controller that I'm going to assign to his rotation and his X and Y axis to allow me to keep him where he needs to be. But I'm going to put together a juvenile joke at the viewer for watching and everything along those lines, with a happy Jerk It Thursday. That's a thing. I'm going to record the lines. You can see it's lip syncing right now. I'm going to go with what it does for me. I don't need to make this perfect. I just need to make it. So I'm going to go with the lip syncing that it's going to give me. I'm going to record that. I'm going to live record the eyes looking at the audience, looking back, looking at the viewer, looking back. I'm going to, while live, record this. So I should record everything except for the rotation and the X and Y axis all in one take, which should make this a quick process to then go through and make those other adjustments. So let me go ahead and first let me have myself some coffee. Coffee mugs. Oh, I'm gonna come back up since we're early on. Since we're early on in this, let me go ahead and bring myself back up. Coffee mugs, and wouldn't you know it, the camera. This one, Wake and Bake. Wake and Bake with the big smiley face. Head out there to We Enjoy Every Day. There is merchandise. There's mugs, there's t-shirts, there's all that other stuff. I don't have a link to it again in this. This is just me going the behind the scenes process and everything. So there'll be a link though to the mugs. I'm gonna have some coffee. Oh, that's so refreshing. It's so refreshing. And it is after hours, after dark. So I have the iconic robe on. If I'm not in tie-dye, well, I am in tie-dye, but I've got the robe. The robe is for tonight. Okay, and let's head back over then. Let's head back over to our work screen. Now, as I was saying, the Jerk It motion. Let me come back over here. Number one, I've got to actually be on this screen in order for it to be working. Because it's using the keyboard, I like to move things onto my MIDI controller because that allows me to actually be working in another app and the signal still go to Character Animator, still make sure that it reaches there. So, which is nice if I'm live streaming and trying to animate the character, but also trying to run the stream and pick which scene I'm going to be in. The MIDI controller allows me to still be able to trigger everything I need to do for the character that I can see in my screen in the streaming software. So I can primarily concentrate on running the stream and let everything happen in the background with the character. But I'll have to set that up here. So the first thing I want to do, oh, it's telling me to generate a console. I don't need to generate a console. It's got position, left arm, right arm. I believe, let me double check. Transform 4. Yep. So I've already made that into a replay. So I don't, those were the actual keyframes that I made into the replay. That then there is clearly a trigger for up here. Transform 4, J. We have unhappy mouths if I wanted to hit the A. We have the side left with the Z key, which lets me look over. But again, I'm gonna move those into the I'm gonna move those over onto my MIDI controller because that makes no noise, whereas hitting the J key to get the movement is going to make too much noise because I'm going to I'm going to record this as I do it right here while I'm streaming. This should be a easy one to put together, and I'm not going to stress having the best of mouths. It's doing a fine job right now, because again, this is just juvenile humor, so it's either gonna be funny and land, or it's not. Hey, we have Jess. CK, cheers. Hey, thank you. Click that like button. Help those analytics. I appreciate swinging by. I appreciate you swinging by. This is Alan, the alien from our cartoon. And I'm making a quick short to put out tomorrow because YouTube actually puts those shorts out. I've only got 17 subscribers, or something like that here. And over there, I've only got 34 or 35. But if I can put shorts out, they'll throw that into the feed, and I've had several of them that have at least reached into the hundreds of people because I have a harder time. I'm having a harder time building up the crowd and everything. So I'm trying to be more active with the shorts. But I'm gonna live action have this character looking back at us, and this is his voice. This is the voice. I'm going to record him live here on this show and put together the crap that I'm going to put over on that other thing, if you know what I mean. This is what I do. And so I'm calling this Adobe After Dark. So yeah, tell your friends. Tell your friends. It's the place to be. It's the place to be. But so I'm over here in Character Anime. Hope everybody's having a good night. Jess, hope you're having a good night. Hope you're getting some stuff done back there. She's probably working on Character Animator as well, I would think. Unless she's got some other projects she's got going on. She does most of the artwork, a lot of the characters and everything that we have in the show and all that other. She does the artwork on those things. Oh, and CK, I like that. The pot leaf background that you've got going on with the new shot, that you had and everything, and the one that you had as a background where you were off to the side and everything and had that video. She's been working on Darlene's rigging. Darlene is one of our pot leaf characters. They're walking, talking pot leaves. And this character here is Alan, the alien that they find because he's mutilating the cows. They find the alien out there. It's kind of, it's fun. Oh yeah. Oh, I really like that. And the room you had, it was the first time. Every other time I've seen with the instrument on the wall and everything, and it was a different backdrop that you had, a different set that I hadn't seen before, and that looked cool. I like that. I like the setup that you had. Plus, you always got great fucking music playing. The punk music and everything else, and I actually did pick up the guitar again this evening after watching that. And it gave me some fun. I was having some fun, but I do that every now and then. But yeah, if you know anybody that needs backgrounds, I'm needing to. Let me do this fade here. If you know of anybody that could use any type of backgrounds, anything like that, art, logos, doing packages for cheap, doing stuff inexpensive, that's another. So if anybody's looking for anything like that, let them know. Yep, yep. She did a good job. She did a good job. Because that was a vibe. It did put out a nice vibe and everything for it. I thought that was. I did notice. Along with the other background and everything. Those did look good. I've been throwing together these things. This that you see here, and then I'll use one of the transitions I made out of these, the stingers that can go before, and then I've got these backgrounds that I put got them with them, in the four corners and all that other kind of. I'm trying to I put together this engine so that I'm able to just put the logo in, select the colors, select the variances on this pattern and everything, and it's something that can actually put out a decent amount without having to do a ton of work and everything. I figure when I do get them, I'm just gonna start doing them live. I'm gonna start doing all my work live, and just add this to the content and try to, so people, if anybody is gonna be hiring me to do anything, they'll know who they're working with. They'll know, oh, it's that guy hanging out in his office there, in his robe at home, with tie dye underneath. So, but no, the show was looking sharp. The show was looking sharp. I noticed that. I've been trying to get, well, I want to stay positive on the work I'm doing and not go into the, oh, what I've been trying to get going. that'll bring me down. But no, so tonight, let me remove these frames here. This is what I use to do these recordings, and we're just gonna. I don't need to worry about his face. I don't think. I just need to get the lip syncing. I'm disarming draggers. I'm not using a dragger right now. I'm using the triggers. I'm not using the position. Well, maybe I am. Yeah, I am on those two. I am recording that because that's what this is. So I'm going to now start recording. Who do we have out there? Is there someone? Cheers, new face here. Hey, yes, welcome. I'm doing. We have a cartoon. We enjoy every day is the cartoon that my wife and I do. That's a weed cartoon. They're talking, walking pot plants that smoke weed, and this is an alien that's there. And I'm gonna fill you. This is the joke I'm making tonight. This is the short. I'm gonna rehearse it here once. I'm gonna rehearse it. Hey. Okay, here we go. Hey, happy jerking it Thursday. That's a thing, right? I mean, it ought to be. You still watching? Wow, fucking humans, right? And then it's just gonna fade out. It's gonna fade out. I may have the other character. It's a short. It doesn't have to be good. It just has to be stupid, and it has to have something visual. And since I already had this guy doing this, I thought that's what I'm gonna do. We do. Jess, why don't you put the link to We Enjoy Every Day? Put the link over there to the cartoon in the chat. It's where these things go up. If you want to watch me work on these things, and hey, I need the subscribers. Please click like and subscribe. I will follow back. But because I need to get the word out so I can start getting some work on some overlays and things like that of that nature. Because this is the epitome of starving artist. We're working on a tight one here, but that's going to be the joke, and that's what I'm gonna. But I've got to move these controls over to a MIDI controller because the microphone's picking up on the keyboard action where I've got him jerking it and doing that other stuff. Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you, CK. I appreciate that. This is the kind of humor that we've got on that other cartoon and everything. And so it's there's an 11-minute pilot episode. I'm gonna go to the page. Just let me hang on. It's right here. We've got an 11-minute pilot episode listed on there. It's like an Adult Swim. Aqua Teen Hunger Force was one of the first things that inspired me to. I wanted to quit doing computer programming and I wanted to do cartoons, and so that's the pilot episode of this cartoon thing. And I'm trying to take advantage of shorts to reach more people, because with just the 34 subscribers, I do get 200 and close to 300 views, 467 views, I'm able to reach and get some subscribers off of there. So shorts are a way of reaching people. I do highly, just the pun intended, highly recommend making shorts. But let me get back over here to show what I'm doing here. What are you? Oh, you just command. Okay, yeah. I can't even read that. Oh, I can read it here. Oh, you just commented as. Oh, I see it. I see it. Yeah, there's the channel. We enjoy every day. Okay, so this is Character Animator. This is, let me go ahead and come over to the controls because I want to assign this to a MIDI note because I've got this MIDI controller. So the jerking it, I'm going to put on, I want to use my right hand. So I'll put it on that C note. And let's, oh, that was not right. This is, oh, that was the Z I just changed. Let me destroy that. That's going to end up being over here. I want that to be here. And I need to put it in both spots for both eyes. Check out the channel. Yes, I will be back in a few. Okay, Jess. Thanks, Jess. Jess will be back in a few. Hope everybody, again, is having a great evening. I'm just doing this animation stuff. Let me now. So now when I hit, and that's a quiet note, because these are keyboard notes on this MIDI controller. Kind of thing that you can knock beats out in and things along those. Okay, this is the jerkiness. So I'm going to put that on the other end. Assign the MIDI note. And so now I can do those and I don't hear all you'll hear is going to be the character. All right, and even though there's noise on this mic, and again, this is a short, I'm not trying to make fine art here. I'm just wanting to make a joke, a sick joke. So let me make a couple of changes here. I've got to set my size. I don't have my frame size right. I've got it to 24 frames per second, which is fine, but let me change this to the 1080 width by 1920 because the shorts have to be in the landscape mode. So my scene is this, and this is actually, there's nothing behind it. That white is not there. This is actually transparent. So I'll be pulling this into Premiere Pro over here to then clean up the audio, do some denoise, do a little bit of, add some reverb, pull some music from Envato in, throw that behind it along with some, and try to make the joke into something more than just the, just what it clearly is. You know, it's just an alien jerking it. What? Relying on that in the joke. Happy Jerking It Thursday. I mean, all right, we're good. We're good. So how's everybody spending the evening? Everybody kicking back? What time? It's late. I'm Eastern Time Zone, U.S. So I'm there. You know, 11:15. I didn't get started doing this till about 1 o'clock last night, though, or 1:30. So I actually have a bit of a cheers. Cheers, Ricky. Cheers. Thank you. Thank you for swinging by. Thank you for swinging by. Smash that like and subscribe. I get no action over on any of my channels. So I'm hoping to get this thing rolling. So everybody can have such fun during these lives. And I'm just gonna get rid of the comments after the live. And so this is me working. And hopefully some people get some laughs with the adult humor going on and everything here. This is what I do. This is how I do it. Now, so I've got him all screwed. Let me come down here, come back to the transform, and let me scale him down. All right, and I actually gonna hold off on tilting him or anything. But now he fits within the shape. Let me test these out again. got the jerking it motion, the eyes looking at us, the eyes looking away, the eyes looking at us. Let me move my keyboard so I can go ahead and record this, and we're gonna have this part almost done. Then I'll just have to tilt his body and pull it into Premiere Pro to do the other work. So I got my MIDI controller. I'm not even going to turn the air conditioner off. I don't care about background noise. This is one of those get it done. I mean, you see what the joke is. Would anybody really? Oh, I use Adobe every day. Every one of the products, After Effects. I've been using Creative Cloud for the last, all of the Creative Cloud for the last 4 years. But I started off with Flash about 15 years ago. I did a series. I was in a garage band. I moved to the country from living in South Florida for 12 years. I moved to the country after my grandfather had passed away, and I joined. I hadn't played live music since a teenager, and I was nearing 40. And I joined a garage band, not a good garage band. We were playing on trailers out in the sun in parking lots for bike nights. It was a blast, but I made a cartoon out of them because I saw Aqua Teen Hunger Force, and I thought I want to make cartoons. And so I decided we were the only garage band in America with our own cartoon, and just made these 11-minute type episodes. And then life changed. I didn't end up doing that for quite some time. And it wasn't until about 4 years ago that I got back into it, and I decided, damn it, I'm getting old. I need to be doing what I love to do, and so that's what I'm in the process of doing, is trying to be able to do what I love doing for a living. And working in all these Adobe products is just Flash was fun and annoying. I did programming, so it was a nice jump early on to get that dynamic game and be able to knock stuff out. But let me knock this. I'm gonna knock this. And thank you for everybody who's out there. I hope everybody is having a wonderful evening and doing whatever it is that makes them feel wonderful in the evening, because that's what you want to do. Are you waiting for somebody else to make you feel wonderful? Let me get over here. This is what you know. Just make yourself feel good. But let me have myself some coffee. And I am going to go ahead and record this guy's lines. Stick with whatever lip syncing it does for me, and then I'm gonna have the thing tilt. So let's do this record. Where are my buttons? Oh, they're over here. Here we go. Here we go.
Happy Jerking It Thursday. That's a thing, right? I mean, it ought to be. You still watching? Oh, wow. Fucking humans, right? And
it's gonna fade out. We're done. We're done other than tilting. And that's where I take my bow. Here's where it. Oh, I didn't know it was gonna create. Look at how many layers it created with all the, because each one of those is a trigger. So let me bring this back, and I wanna actually cut this down to one layer. Cut that down to one layer. So those are all the jerking it layers. Oh, and these are the other two. It records all the different actions that you do. It was recording and picking up off the microphone. If I had this puppet rigged properly, it would turn and it would do all those other things and follow the eyes. I do this show as a cartoon character sometimes. I've created other characters and used them to go live. It's kind of slick. Now I should have gone. I thought the eyes looked over more than just once. Oh, we'll see. Let's play this back and see and listen to what we've got. Oh, here we go. It's just because it's, oh, the timeline. It's just the scale of the timeline that's throwing it off. There's a lot it recorded. But it's under, oh, we're good. It's only 30 something seconds, 32 seconds long. All right, so let's hear what we've and let me actually see how he looks. See how he looks a bit.
Happy Jerking It Thursday. That's a thing, right? I mean, it ought to be. You still watching? Oh, wow. Fucking humans, right?
And it's gonna fade out. And it's gonna fade out. Hot. Okay, my level of what I wanted to get out of it, my level's reached. That's that right there. Now all I do is I pull this over. Well, I'm gonna rotate them. I'm gonna assign these knobs that I have on this MIDI controller that's plugged in USB. It's got knobs, and I'm gonna apply to a little bit of rotation and a little bit of up and down to give them that natural look. Pull them on over into Premiere Pro. Grab some sort of background to put behind him with some pot leaves and some other stuff. Pull our other pieces in and make a thumbnail for Happy Jerking It Thursday, and have this thing uploaded by morning to see if the shorts will put it out. Thank you, CK. I know it's not everyone's taste. I know my stuff is not everyone's taste, but there is an audience for it, and I see the stuff that plays on. I know the stuff that makes me laugh, and I'm not pushing any boundaries. I do have a bestiality song. If you go over to the, it's in the pilot episode. There's jokes that run the gambit in there, but there's people that find all that shit funny. So that's why I end up doing it. And I love having the people here, the community here, because I know they're everybody that everybody's feeling good. I know that everybody's having a good evening, and that's, if you're watching this kind of shit, you know, that's what you want to have, is you want to be having a good evening. How are you doing, dear? Well, tell them that I love them. And I will. While I do, I'm gonna play one thing here. And actually, because my children are going to bed, and so what I'm gonna do here, if everybody likes jokes, if everybody likes, let me come over here. I've got the popcorn gang. I'm gonna play this. Let me come over to this other screen while I go back to tell them that good night. I'm gonna play this for everybody and hope they enjoy it. Adults only. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Oh, did it stop? Are you shitting me? Oh, I hate it. Hey, I'm popping corn. It's Saturday night. You know what that means?
Werewolves
No, dummy, it's fucking movie night. Yay!
Awesome movie night. Yeah.
I'm so relieved. I don't like werewolves.
Let's go see what's playing. Oh, I don't see anything listed.
You're looking at porn.
I'm touching myself.
Oh, I'm popping corn. I got some lube.
Yay!
Jerk it! Jerk it! Jerk it!
3 minutes later.
That was a good one.
Now can we see what's playing?
I want to see an action film.
I want a comedy.
I want to touch myself some more.
Yay!
Right, yeah.
7 minutes later.
Oh, that time was weird.
Okay, now can we get serious?
The keyboard is all sticky.
Oh yeah, that was me. I did that.
Fuck it. Let's just go and decide when we get there. Yay!
Yeah.
Ah, it's fucking movie night. Yay!
Movie night.
Yeah. Oh, I'm
This-
popping corn.
this
Someone's
was
gonna,
something that I
someone's
did
gonna
for,
shove their hand in
for a
my
page
box,
that we had
and they're
where
gonna
we-
eat me. Yeah, it's fucking movie
Have a
night. I'm
stream
popping
search
corn.
with,
I'm
stream
popping
surf
corn.
with
I'm
Wesley
gonna get
Jackson.
sucked dry.
Yay! It's fucking movie night.
I just know someone's gonna tear up my wrapper and run their tongue all over me.
I'm gonna pause this. I'm gonna go ahead and I apologize. I thought that was gonna be the filler. So while I went to tell the children good night, but they didn't. YouTube does that. It does that to me sometimes. I appreciate it. I've got some. There's some fun stuff out there. I'm getting close to really liking the stuff that we've got out, and I'm hoping my jerk it guy here does it. I'm gonna real quick go ahead and show the knocking out of the next phase because I want to now record a little bit of rotation while he's doing it, just a little bit. Probably when he changes his where he's looking. So I'm gonna pick rotation over here on the character. And I am going to add the control to add to control panel. Here's the rotation. Let me go to layout so I can set it up. I only want it to go a couple degrees in either direction. So I'm going to go from minus, well, I'll give him 5 degrees. I'll do that. So -5 and 5 are going to be the max and minimum. And let me go ahead and tie it to this control. And look, we've got, if you can see that, let me bring it up. I'll try to enlarge it some here. I can now see him going back and forth. I'm going to bring it up like this too so I can see it better. And now let me go to perform, and I want to arm this for recording. Now, I don't want to record the lip syncing again. I don't want to record any of the triggers again. I've already got those triggers. And I don't want to record the left arm or the right arm again. So I turn those off for recording. It's like if you've got a mixer, if you're recording different instruments, different things along those lines. You just set up what you're going to record so it's a manageable thing. Because it's not like a marionette with the strings everywhere, but they'll do so much. I hope to get to where I have the puppets all set up because it'll do full body motion capture. The software that is available right now is just so head and shoulders above what I was using 15 years ago. It's amazing. So let's go ahead and let's record. Oh, I want to see because I don't think it. This is one of the drawbacks. It's not going to play back all this other stuff for me because it's recording. So I'll have to just kind of.
Happy Jerkin' It Thursday. That's a thing, right? I mean, it ought to be. You still watching? Oh, wow. Fucking humans, right?
And it's going to fade out. There we go. So I've got rotation added in. Next thing I want to do is XY up and down movement. Just a little bit of subtle, because this character doesn't walk. This is one of those aliens that, like so many, that just floats. It's the Great Gazoo. Great Gazoo was never running around. If you ever watched old Flintstones, and those things don't happen. Okay, so I've already got the rotation taken care of. Let me disarm it. I don't want to record over my rotation. I want to record my position X and position Y. So each of these I want to add to my controller. Now on the other version of this character, I already have these controls set up. Fucking humans, right? Exactly, Jess. Exactly. I already have these controls set up. This was a special one that I had forgotten we had for just this movement from the cartoon, which only lasted a second and a half, where you see that going on. And so we had no need. It wasn't one of our fully put together puppets, because he's actually got 6 arms and all this other stuff. Okay, where is his scale position? Position X. They're both at 0, so I only want how much of a range? Let me go to layout so I could set the range. I'm going to give, that might actually be too much. Not minus 100. I want to go minus 100. Minus 100 to 100. And I'll do both. And this one I will link to this knob. Okay, so I've got horizontal, and I can go this far, which is just the 100 pixels in either direction. It's fairly straightforward when we do this. And then this one I want to assign to this knob. And then I want to, let me come to the perform. Let me back up. Excuse me. And let me go ahead and arm both of those for recording. Let me test them both, make sure that I'm not, I'll go like this. That'll give me kind of smooth, natural, just a back and forth like that. Okay. I think I'm ready to go on this. Go ahead and hit the record, and we'll get the X and Y. Everything else is turned off. Here we go.
Happy Jerking It Thursday. That's a thing, right? I mean, it ought to be. You still watching? Oh, wow. Fucking humans, right? And
it's gonna fade out. And I believe that's all the animation I need to do. I think this character, as far as this part, is done. At that point, I come over here to Premiere Pro. I'm gonna create a new project. I'm not wanting to import anything because I don't know what I'm importing. I am putting it in my shorts directory. I'm gonna name this Jerking It Thursday. Because that's what I do. Here we go. Weed _ Jerking It Thursday. Because everything's better with weed. I don't need to create a new sequence, anything along those lines. I just click on create. Here is my empty project. I come back over here to Character Animator, and I'm gonna turn these off for recording, make sure those are off. But I'm gonna grab my scene, Alan Jerking It. I'm gonna drag it over here into Premiere Pro. And I could come back. It doesn't have to be done. This is dynamic linking. so I can come back back and forth and do any changes I need to do to get it right, to adjust when the eyes come over, anything if I need to re-record. It just links between the two, so I can start working here, see what doesn't work, come back over, make the adjustment. But I think we're going to be gold here. It is set up at the 24 frames per second. What I want, I'm going to make a new sequence from clip. Puppet, Alan jerking it. No, I want to call this... I want to call this weed jerking it. And I'll get the thumbnail afterwards. Now, there is nothing behind him right now, so now I've got to get some... oh, yeah, she already knows. Oh, what? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Jess, But I don't, I'm supposed to hide that? Oh, don't. No, never. Oh, nah, too old to deny shit. Okay, so I've got my library over here. I'm just going to go ahead and pull this on down onto my my item. It's my overlay. The only one that I've got that I put together is the one for the bottom of all of our shorts that we put out over there. I see we've got some people watching. Say hi, subscribe, like, if you have any questions. If you need any art, I'm going to throw this out here again. Any banners like this, anything, I've got all sorts of, any of the stingers. Let me use one of my stingers. I like to do these. Oh, those are fun. I like those. Now I'll just do a fade. But, no, we've been putting a lot of those together. So if you need any custom work for your streams, for your channels, anything, get in touch with me on one of the any of the socials that are listed on my channel header. The links to them are there: the Twitter, the Instagram, the Facebook, or richnewdesign@gmail.com. That's going across in this crawl that I've got going down the bottom. So I've got my character over here, and the first thing I want to do, and anybody that I'm hoping the audio, I can hear that.
Happy Jerking It Thursday. That's a
I'm gonna
thing,
put my other
right?
earbud in.
I mean, it ought to be.
If I really cared, I'd be doing this through speakers because the earbuds.
You still watching?
Be so good.
Oh wow, fucking humans, right?
Now, Premiere. They've got Audition, but there is so much power now in Premiere. You come over to your track mixer, not your clip mixer, because you might have multiple clips on the same channel. So you come to your track mixer and you come up here, and you've got your rack of effects that you can throw on here. Now this is track 1 that I've got. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to grab noise, and I want to denoise. And let me double click it to bring it up. And it's got the default right now. There's light noise reduction and heavy noise reduction. I'm just going to apply a light noise reduction because I don't want to affect with the voice too much, because
That voice, that gravelly voice might come across as that range or something along those lines.
just in case. So I'm going to let this play now.
Happy Jerking It Thursday. That's a thing, right? I mean, it ought to be.
I'm going to turn it off for a moment. You can hear that noise. I can clearly hear
You still
the noise.
watching? Oh, wow.
Turn it back
Fucking
on.
humans, right?
I like it. That pulled most all of the... There's an air conditioner right on the other side of this room, a window unit, putting a lot of noise out. There's only so much denoise, but this pulled enough of that out. So I'm going to denoise it first, and then they've got this beautiful thing called a vocal enhancer. And I like to run this guy with a high tone. They've got a low tone, high tone, or music for the vocal enhancer. And just like the other, you can test it with or without as it's going. I'm going to go ahead and
Happy Jerking It Thursday. That's a thing, right?
I turned it off.
I mean, it ought to be.
Back on.
You still watching? Oh, wow. Fucking humans, right?
I don't know whether I am. Let's see if it's different with a low tone. I wasn't that happy. I wasn't that happy.
Happy Jerking It Thursday. That's a thing, right? I mean, it ought to be.
Back on. Low tone worked.
You still watching? Oh, wow.
I think actually working with the low tone, it was introducing too much of a hiss when I put the high tone on. And then I'm going to come down to over here to my mix. On the mix, I'm just going to add, I'm going to wait on this because I'm going to find on Envato some sort of background music, something to put with this. I may already have something that I'll use that I've downloaded off of Envato. Thanks for anybody who's still watching. If you are and you haven't already subscribed, hit subscribe. It's charity. I mean, it's I'll be doing this. If you like cannabis comedy, we enjoy every day. I think there's a post somewhere from We Enjoy Every Day in the comments. But so we've got this guy going. I'm gonna need a Happy Jerking It Thursday to go up top above him. I'm gonna need some sort of background. Where do we want to put him? Anybody wanna tell me where to put him? Should we put him in a public bathroom? Should we where should we put him? Because that's where I'm gonna hit up my good friends in the land of Envato. Hey, I see Ricky subscribed. Thank you, Ricky. I see you subscribed. Let me real quick. Here we go. Subscribe. Ricky's kicking my ass with subscribers. Ricky's got 139 subscribers. You're kicking my ass. You're kicking my ass, Ricky. If you're still here, Ricky. If not, hey, shout out to Ricky though. Ricky _W_M. Shout out. I am subscribed. Now let me get. Where was I going? Oh, I'm liking my thumbnail too. The thumbnails are important. If you're trying to, if you're putting these things out, I do notice. Ever since putting better thumbnails, I get better. I get included in YouTube search results, and they're clicking on them in the results. So, get something with not too many words, good high contrast. I don't know. I have better results now. They're putting me out. Whatever the algorithm does, the thumbnail is an important part. Improve your thumbnails, and I think you'll get an improved click rate, or the algorithm will include you in stuff more along those lines. I was going to Envato. Let me get to Envato. It's on another screen. I apologize. As I head over here to Envato, and let's bring Envato into our mix. And where do we want him? Where do we want him? Where do we want him? He should be in a kitchen, in a restaurant kitchen. I'm gonna have him restaurant kitchen in photos. So I don't think there needs to be activity in the kitchen, or should there be? I want a portrait. So it's a tall. Envato Elements, they are not a sponsor. I would fucking love to have a sponsor. But I think I throw out the F word too much to have sponsors. So instead, I just starve and do this for fun. But hey, it's all good. It's all good. Let's see what we've got here.
Restaurant kitchen. Now, if that woman weren't standing there, that makes it even creepier. I want just this subtle creepiness of what's he doing in the kitchen? Unless this is a bad idea. People can stop me. If it's a bad idea, let me know in the comments. Say, oh, this is a bad idea. Why would you? Let me make sure that my comments, where am I at? Here we go. Yes, I'm caught up. Yes, if it's a bad idea in the kitchen. Now, I kind of like, because, yeah. I like this idea. Back to recent projects. This is going to be a We Enjoy Everyday short. And now it's licensed. I'm liking this one with the potatoes and everything along those lines. There was a sink full of dishes with no person on the first page. I will get back in there in just a moment. Was it an angle shot that would work? I will make my way back there to page number 1. Did I just look at the same shot? This? Is this the one? I know there's a delay. I don't know if it's an hour, but I know there's a delay. I don't want to overthink this. Let me try something real quick. I'm doing this. Here we go. I'm gonna copy this, cut this, and move this over into my assets folder so that I'll be able to then pull it into my project. Let me paste it here. Let me come back into Premiere Pro and where are we at? Let me see what we have. Let me bring it in here. I hope everybody can hear me. My headset decided it wanted to disconnect and repair. Let me come here. Yeah, okay, my mic is still going, so everything should be good. Okay, I'm going to take these 2 layers, bring them on up, so I've got room for an image, a picture. Let me drag it on out. See how long. Can hear you. Thank you, Jess. Thank you, Jess. Okay, so we've got, my headset is connected now, so I guess I could hear too if there was an issue. Friggin' Bluetooth. It's a problem. I won't be able to. This can throw off my entire system when it comes to separating audio when I have people come in and I'm mixing it with other output. That's kind of a pain. All right, where am I? I need to shrink this down. So let me come over to the effects controls. I've got it selected. What kind of shot do I have to put him in? Okay, I think that's the most I can shrink that down. I kind of want to change the color on it and everything. So I'm going to come over to my Lumetri. I want to give it a look. I kind of like having the contrast. I just gave it the Cinespace look. Let me bring it up. Using the Lumetri. Kind of makes him stand out a bit. I'm going to real quick to add to the standing out. I'm going to add a drop shadow to his character layer. Put a drop shadow on there. And let me come over here to that drop shadow, and I am going to jack that drop shadow up to a decent too much level. Let's see what I'm looking at. I don't see shit. I do barely. It's not. It's too opaque. Turn up the. Okay. I want to watch it. I want to watch it like this.
Happy Jerking It Thursday. That's a thing, right? I mean, it ought to be. You still watching? Oh, wow.
fucking humans, right? Ah, and then we'll have the other. I'm gonna be happy with this. This will end up making me happy. This will make me happy. Let me go ahead and shrink this down. I'm gonna knock something out before because the next step I think is actually gonna be. I don't necessarily like this shot. How much of this shot do I have on either side? No, not him. Not him. That was the wrong move. Let me come down to this background. How much room do I have on this side? I've got to there. And I can take him. I can move him up above a little bit. And I actually want to really increase and have that drop shadow really accent the crap out of it. So it's a little bit more.
Happy Jerking It Thursday. That's a thing, right? I mean, it ought to be.
Okay, I think it's coming into place. I think this is actually. I have passed the 1 hour mark. I think this one I'm gonna have a thumbnail I'm gonna have to make later. I think I'm actually gonna go ahead and call it on this live. Go ahead and end this one and take myself a break, make myself some fresh coffee and everything. And I've got some After Effects work I'm probably going to be working on next. Want to thank everybody who came by. Thank you, CK, for swinging by. Thank you, Jess, for being here. Thank you, Ricky, for being here. We had some other people, didn't we? I think we had some others that came through. I'm going to look here because I don't want to leave anybody else out. Do you know, Jess? We said we enjoy every day. Of course, it's us. We were in there. Laced up for 187. Cheers. Appreciate having you swing by. Anybody else? Did I miss anybody else? Because we had some people. That was awesome. That was nice. Whoever is still here, Jess, if you're still here, CK, if you're still here, Ricky, if you're still here. Hey, peace and love. I'm gonna go live in another half hour to an hour because I've got more work to do tonight. I'm gonna be up all night doing this. So if you find yourself bored, if you find yourself hanging out, feel free to stop on in, say hi. I always appreciate the company. And if you know of anybody in need of any graphics, send them my way. I'm gonna go ahead and let me bring up my thanks for watching screen. I'm gonna switch over to that. I want to tell everybody peace and love, and I will see you later on.